Welcome
Canadian
back to
Pokemon by Dr.
My
Eevee in the
fake
Croneo
monkey
region.
based on
Okay,
Scotland
so I'll leave the
and
one with the
Canada.
Luxray in the
So far I've
thumbnail.
covered
That
lots of
thumbnail that
videos
for the
of
video we haven't
mostly
seen yet,
sausage Pokemon.
it's this
Now
one.
I'm finally gonna
He,
do some
like,
for
was showing
Canada.
a video that
Since
hadn't
I
come out
haven't
yet.
covered anything remotely Canadian.
Promote
Since
the next
Husky
stuff, I
are based
guess.
on Huskies, which you can get in Canada.
Weird, but
and
okay.
Medicordian may be a unicorn, but has the Canadian horse as its basis.
Mm.
Also, since I last minute decided to swap this and the immediate previous video around, I did talk about Bibelite. I'll do so again at the end of this video, mainly because it's on the thumbnail. However,
Why not? It's
let's
fine.
talk about some ones that didn't fit in
Yeah, okay, so we made the thumbnail first and then released the videos in the order. Okay, that's fine then.
Moose Pokemon.
It is what it is.
Isn't an official symbol. Most of the world's mooses live in Canada. And
Yeah, you gotta have a moose
thing
Pokemon if you're gonna
on
be in
making it
Canada.
ice-type,
It just makes
since
sense.
This will pretty much exclusively be found in the tundra area. Not
Pure ice,
every
gotcha.
Pokemon in this video will, but having a mono ice moose felt right as the first introduction
It does.
to a Canadian mon. So meet Caffeinate and Slumboose.
Oh,
A moose
hello!
cat that can't keep still and an adult
Welcome.
moose that is slumbering. Their theme is tied to sleep, as, in dreams, mooses represent going on an adventure, which is Pokemon's entire thing. I should
Yeah,
also
going on
say
adventures.
Caffeinate has insomnia, and Slumboose has comatose. The latter not only developed
Great.
the sleep theme by, well,
That's
being
funny.
asleep,
I
its
like
icy
that.
antlers are now shaped like dream catchers. All of this makes
I like that
Slumboose
detail too.
gain
It's got
a
little
psychic
castle
type.
things
In
up there
Sword and
too.
Shield,
That's
we were
nice.
introduced to a variant of Yamask. It became a trend in the Fakemon community to make a variant of Yamask and give it a new item to hold, as well as a new
Sounds
evolution.
fun.
So I decided to throw my hat into the ring. I think Runerigus fits Croneo really well, so Galarian Yamask would also be available. But Cronian Yamask fits
Oh, it's a
Canadian
frickin' leaf,
iteration
and that's
of
it, the maple leaf.
making it Grass Ghost. And
Works
it
for me.
evolves into Xylorigus, with
Oh,
its name
wow.
including the word xylem, which is the part of the maple tree where the sap used to make maple syrup is from. Because
Okay,
I
that's a
feel
nice
like it
little
makes
fun
too much
fact. I
sense
like
for
that.
Not only Yamask to hold an item,
It's called the
which
Greek
is
speak,
national
revealing
symbol
its
of
full
Canada,
self in a
but
way.
for its evolution to be based on the most popular item involving said symbol. So here's Torchard, the name coming from torch, orchard, and chard.
Okay, what's
Which
it
is
from?
electric fire type.
Which is the new
And
one?
Yeah, the name does lean into the fire
There's electric
typing.
fire.
I
Cool.
can see what you're typing in the comments. You think it should be a grass type. However, the tree is not the Pokemon. The plasma creature is. It is
Nice.
based on when lightning
Ooh,
strikes
that's a freaky
trees.
picture.
It's a really cool phenomenon. And
It
I had the
is.
thought, what
It's
if
also
the
horrifying.
lightning that hit it was alive? And it was also a way to make the burning tree idea without it being grass type, since fire is burning from inside the tree as well. That gives it the fire
This
type.
fire
as well as
burns.
electric. It knows pyrokinesis as well as electrokinesis. It also
Great.
has the ability Steel
Also, like, it has a
Rock,
little bit of
since its
smoke
body
coming
is
out of
partially
it.
made of metal. This references disguised cell towers in Canada, where cell towers that send electronic signals are sometimes disguised as trees.
They'll
Time
never
for
know.
probably
Oh, that's
the
kinda
most
cool, though,
original
disguising
variant
them as
I
trees. That's
made.
nice.
This is Cronian Shinx, Cronian Luxio, and Cronian Luxray. All
Part of the
ghost
Gen
ground
4
types.
squad. If you don't have this on your team, you need to make a full
Sandy
squad.
texture the whole line has in the rainbow aura surrounding its
It's like
fur.
every
They're
starter,
rainbow because of sand painting,
half your
and
half your
practiced by some First Nations
half your
peoples,
team in Gen 4
although
can be
not
found like the
exclusively.
first
It involves a
route.
variety of different colored
It's like
sands
the
to make
starter,
really
the
pretty
Starly,
artworks. Sand
the
is utilized
Bidoof
for
for
two
HM
reasons.
Slave,
One
the
was
Shinx.
that it's going to be the ace of my ground special.
After that, it's like
We'll
whatever
get
you
to
want.
in the eventual story video. The other is that Big Sand is the location, also known as the Land of the Dead by the Gros Ventre people, who live in Montana but have historically lived in Canada as well. This titley afterlife beautifully complements the ghost typing. The Shinx
Looks
line is
gorgeous
based
for
on
them,
lynx,
too.
and there is
Nice
a
and
species of lynx
spooky.
called the Canadian lynx, which Fakemon creators tend to make ice type, but I wanted to go a different route. The reason the Shinx
that's
line
fair.
is electric type is because of the animal's good eyesight being compared to X-rays.
It is a
Hence
shame that it
Luxray's
was in
name.
Gen 4
However,
and then, like,
X-rays
never
were likely
again.
thought
It's
up
like, but it's an
due to
awesome
the
Pokemon!
mythology having the supernatural power.
Now we need Pikachu again. Ugh,
The
mascot.
supernatural in general tends to be associated with the ghost type, perhaps not exclusively, but a case is being made for the type with this as well as the connections to the afterlife the use of sand has. Time
Works
for
for
another
me.
ground type,
Sounds
which is
cool.
Also this region's gender difference mon. Meet Sherlock. Monogram type.
I like the monocle on the fan to help differentiate him with little pigtails and cool hair.
A gender difference that may or may not have Sherlock Holmes inspiration.
I also got little, one has a tie, one has a necklace. Okay, I like the differences here. They're small but noticeable.
I might as well do it with some designs. So I did some digging, as it were, and found out about the Oak Island Mystery, a series of stories of buried treasure and unexplained objects found on or near Oak Island in Nova Scotia. So I decided to make some mon based on prairie dogs, a kind of mammal found in Canada, although not Nova Scotia in particular, who like to dig. I decided the male would be a detective who likes to dig for this treasure, and the female would receive some of the trinkets found. I know, very nuclear, kind of patriarchal, but I felt like this made sense to do. But it's not as if the females don't do sleuthing themselves, they just prefer not to go digging. I would say if
how dare you imply that men can solve mysteries?
I wouldn't say female Sherlock or Watson. I'd say they're Irene Adler, the one person in the original Sherlock Holmes canon who outsmarted the great detective. Either way, both of their black
and then the freaking BBC one just like, nah, Sherlock won in the end. It's like, but there was the one person to say no. I don't know.
No, because it's sheer luck that they found all that.
I kind of like that it's like Sherlock's only... Hello!
On the hydrothermal vents on Canada's west coast. I felt
Sherlock's one weakness was the opposite sex. Go figure.
The spikes on the original's back could work as the vents themselves. I've also seen similar ideas for firewater variants, but not for Turtonator. You're welcome. Cooling it down a bit.
We'll work for it. I like it with the
in the world
sea
of
turtles
sport,
revive.
Canada is mostly known for ice hockey.
Yep.
It's the official winter sport after all.
So you're gonna make it a hockey Pokemon. Cool.
Pucklet. It's so cute!
It is adorable. I love it. I want to catch it right now. Forgetting my Pokeball.
Much like curling stones, which its evolution, Curlice, is based on.
Okay, that's what it's like a little word coming out too. That's nice.
Stones are bigger. So why curling? It's popular in Canada, but was invented in Scotland.
Works for me.
Back up the heat. We have a variant of another fire type.
So this is the Heatmore variant.
Heatmore. Now gaining the flying type. I wanted it to be a true counterpart to Croneo and Durant. Durant's ability in Croneo, for those who don't already know, is my new ability Exoskeleton, which halves the amount of damage it receives type chart wise. This means it still has two weaknesses, fire and flying. So that explains why Heatmore is now a flying type. How do I make it flying type? Well, I wanted to make it a Canadian myth, and I found a French-Canadian one
jetpack in the back?
Chassis Galali. I'm probably butchering that. AKA the Flying Canoe, which is a story about some lumberjacks who make a deal with the devil, which bewitches their canoe and makes it fly. The legend has its history in French legend, as well as First Nations myth. Referencing the canoe wasn't really easy. I suppose he
because you gave it a jetpack instead.
Like one, but since it already had engine-like appendages, they are now rocketing it into the sky. And now it has devil horns to reference the demonic nature of the myth.
Okay, this is a bit of a stretch, but I can work with it.
Doesn't use them as much anymore. Finally, Canada.
Sure, I still don't know why Heatmore needed it because I don't think it needs to be fire flying or whatever. It's cool. And now the B-Barrel one we saw in the previous episode, but it's cool to bring it up again, that's okay.
Video that I wanted to see if I could have something Scottish in some of these designs, like with Curlice and Sherlock. Another Scottish invention popular in Canada is the Highland Games. Originally developed in the Scottish Highlands, it involved big displays of strength, such as the caber toss, which is throwing a massive log of wood, which is what is doing. It is an athlete after all, plus beavers like wood. It made sense to
it just made
incorporate
sense thematically.
Games into an already pretty Canadian Pokemon. This display of strength makes normal not make much sense anymore, so instead it is fighting.
It's gonna beat the crap out of you instead with this giant piece of wood.
So that's it for my Canadian
Pokemon. Of wood.
They're in the minority, but I felt like it needed
great work for the commission artists all involved who made the art.
Please don't mention the fact that I don't have a goose in the comments. I am very aware of that. I was originally going to have one, but I decided to replace it with something else. Who knows? Maybe in a Legends game. Remember to like, comment, subscribe,
I'm down with it. There's probably
Goose
Goose Pokemon at some point or something like that. I'd be down for Goose Pokemon. Why not? I mean, geese are assholes, so I'd love to get the chance to start killing some of them in a video game. I've slain many a foul beast, many a geese. But enough about that.
And with that,
I've slain them in your honor. In my honor for poking tonight, say. It's fucked up what he did! But enough about that. I wish I could remember the name of this show. I think it was like one of the college humor game shows. It was just a freaking like improv based on a thing. It was freaking hysterical. I've slain many a foul beast, many a geese. But yeah, okay, the Pokemon here were great. The Moose Pokemon was great. I like how it has the Insomnia and the Always Asleep ability. Just that, okay, that was a nice little contradictory. One can't wake the fuck up. One can't fall asleep, the other one can't wake the heck up. Sort of like a Vigoroth to slacking sort of thing. That makes sense. It works thematically. You probably want to keep it a freaking caffeinate at that point, though, just because I like my Pokemon awake and moving. The Yamask with the leaf was nice too, and the same with the Configurigus. That was more slime themed. Don't know if I had one on my party, but they're neat. They're neat. The Torchard is pretty much a must-have just for the sake of electric type, but also being electric fire is even cooler. And then with the tree sort of design with the smoke coming out of it, that was pretty awesome as well. And I like literally that just like they disguise their power of things as trees. It's like, okay, that's cute. I like that. The Luxray is amazing, but a Luxray is an amazing Pokemon that they really need to use more often, and I don't know why they do. But yeah, that's one of those where, okay, that was just a fantastic Pokemon. No notes, just great work. The Sheer Luck with the detective sort of style, that one was great too. I like the inspiration going with Irene Adler and Sherlock Holmes, of course, and keeping their whole thing. I mean, it just makes sense. It just works. It just works. Turtonator being the water fire for the underground, yeah, that makes sense. And the little pocket curling into the Curlife, that was adorable. And Heatmore being fire flying, a bit of a stretch, but I can work with it. We're just going off of personal preferences here. I don't think you're outright wrong. It's just, I don't know. It's just like, I know it has like a bit of extra resistance to fire now, so it's like it now has resistance to both fire and flying, but it's like then how's Heatmore gonna kill it? I don't know. Different sort of universe things, but yeah, overall there's some great designs. Yeah, the B-Barrel may have been the one we've seen, but hey, if we didn't see it here, then we would have. But hey, if this was the first time we saw it, then we would have only had 2 new Pokemon in the previous episode. So I'm okay with this being the one stock for this sort of thing. But yeah, another cool Pokemon from the Croneo region, some more cool Pokemon from the Croneo region rather, with cool new designs and looking. And some I probably add to my party, some I probably just leave out, to be perfectly honest. You know, not every Pokemon is going to be on the playthrough, but you know, maybe on a second playthrough or something like that. You never know for sure. But yeah, that pretty much sums up the episode, so I guess I don't have much else to say left. So I guess I'll say thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, check out Dr. EV, link to the channel description below. See all of you next time. Later.